This is the season for home DIY projects, and we have an expert here today to guide us with some helpful advice. You may recognize Kate Campbell from HGTV's Disaster Decks and Home to Win. Welcome.
Thank you.
So you are You're welcome. You're the person to ask about what we should be doing and how we should be doing it.
Yes, I would agree. And we actually are going to be talking about insulation. It's not something that's really glitzy and glamorous, but it's something that's extremely important in the renovation process. It's not like granite countertops that kind of
it's
sparkle
one of those
and
things
shine.
you don't see the result, but you will.
You will, and it's something that's extremely necessary when maybe you're redoing your basement, or you're building new, or you're doing a renovation. And when considering insulation, you have to think about energy loss in your home. So you lose 25% of your energy through the roof of your house, 35% through the walls, and 15% through your basement. So it's extremely important to insulate and insulate properly. So as you can see here, we've got CertainTeed sustainable insulation in the wall cavity. And as you can see, like if you're not scared, you can give that a little touch. It's thick and it's actually kind of soft. So it's made of a plant-based binder. So there's no formaldehyde, no harsh dyes or acrylics, and it doesn't actually have any unnecessary fire retardants in it because it's made of mostly recycled glass and sand. So it's naturally fire resistant. So this insulation, it's extremely important in areas like basements where there's high moisture levels. So to insulate properly and also to keep your house cool in the summer and hot in the winter. So we don't think about the fact that we actually need to maintain a cool atmosphere in our house in the summer as well. So insulation is important this time of year.
Okay.
So then we move on to the process. So you insulate your wall cavity and then you actually use a vapor barrier to create that airtight seal in your wall.
Okay.
So what you do is you basically tape the vapor barrier so you create that building envelope so that there's no passage of air through your house. The problem is that it actually creates a problem because traditional vapor barrier, it doesn't allow for moisture to escape your wall cavity, and mold, as you can see in this little demonstration, mold builds up in your wall cavity.
That's not good.
That's not good, no. So membrane, which is also by CertainTeed, it actually allows for moisture to move through the vapor barrier. So it changes its permeability.
It breathes.
Yeah, it does. So that's a newer product that's on the market, and it's something that's an innovation that why would you use something like an old type vapor barrier when there's something that actually allows for moisture to not build up in your walls? And last but not least, when you think about sound in your house, so on the exterior walls from things like cars.
If you live on a busy street.
Or inside your house and your interior walls, ceilings, and floors, here's a little demonstration. So it's gonna be a little loud. I'm gonna put that in here. And then voila. So say there's a TV or your dog's barking. So you put this in your interior walls and then you never have to worry about being disturbed, or maybe you have a home office where you need peace and quiet.
Excellent. You have a whole bunch of tools here. Let's talk about some of them.
Moving on to tools. With Father's Day coming up, I feel like this is the perfect Father's Day present, some kind of DeWalt tool. So first off, we'll go to battery-powered nail gun. So this is a brad nailer. You install trim with it, and you no longer have to connect it to a hose and a compressor. It works off DeWalt's battery system. So this is a 20-volt battery, and it basically works with any tool, with your drills or with your oscillating tool. So this is a really cool tool because you can sand with it, and then you can take off the, you can take off the head, there you go, and put on something like a cutting tool.
Oh, good.
So that's a really awesome tool if you're doing things like trim, or you need to cut out casing. And speaking of casing, it's heavy duty, but it's not, because it's actually battery powered. So this is a miter saw, and this is my favorite tool of the year because miter saws traditionally have had a cord, and you have to have a power source. But with this miter saw, all you use is the 20-volt battery. And it can cut up to a 2x8. It's great for trim. And I've used it all day and made something like 200 cuts on it on one battery.
So that's great.
It's perfect for that.
All things to consider for Dad on Father's Day, or if you have a project that you're working on this summer. Thanks so much, Kate.